So this is what goes into making pineapple lace. It's a lot of double stitches, which is where you cross over, go under, and pull through twice, and a lot of what I call them chain stitching, 3 chain stitches here, and then lots of single crochet, chain stitch 3, single crochet into the next little opening, chain 3, single crochet. These are double stitches here, chain 3, a single, chain 3, single, then chain 3 to get to the next connection, and another double crochet, followed by chain 3. This is the base of a pineapple, and it's a V-stitch, which I'm going to show in a few minutes. And into the V-stitch, the next row you do 6 double crochets, and then into those double crochets you go between each one, do a single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet into the next little gap there, 3 chains, 3, and on. See, lots of fun. It actually is kind of fun, but it's also kind of frustrating because it takes forever to get very far with it. And that's probably why people don't crochet much, is it takes a lot of patience. And machines do things faster. And if you were going to make hand crocheted stuff to sell, the hundreds of hours that would go into it, versus, you know, here I'm making this little top thing, okay, and when I'm done, I'll probably have put at least 100 hours into this thing, and if I were making it to sell, it would not be worth it, because probably someone would say, hey, I don't want to spend $100 on a top, and even if they did, it'd be like $100 an hour. I mean, not $100 an hour, $1 an hour for the amount of time I put into it. So that's why people don't sell handmade crochet things very often, because it would be ridiculously expensive to compensate someone for the amount of time that it takes to put into this. So this is going to be something I make for myself, and after I've enjoyed it for a while, I might sell it, but that's I'm almost to the end of this row, so I'm going to finish the row because that's where it always gets tricky, because I managed to lose the magazine with the pattern, and so now as I'm getting to each row, I'm having to look and go, okay, what is the pattern here? And the beginning of the next row, you know, you gotta worry about what the pattern is. When you get to the end of the row, instead of being like a full pineapple, it's a half pineapple. See, you can see the little half pineapple. So here would be, you see with these pineapples, this is the top of the pineapple, and then we've got a double crochet into it. This is kind of like a little space filler. Here's your double crochet, and then it starts with another V. So this is where it would be a double crochet. So I'm going to double crochet a line into this at the top of this pineapple. Now for the next row, when I'm turning it around, it would have to be like it was another double crochet. Well, instead of double crocheting, you do 3 stitches or 3 chains, so that's going to look like your double crochet, but then I have to do 3 more and connect it over to this row, which right now it just kind of bends, but when I come back on there, I'm going to make it kind of come to a point with the next connecting stitch. So that's the end of the row, and I go back here to the next to the next row, and again it's going to be the single stitch, 3 chains, single, and 3 chains. But you see this time, as I'm going into the where the chain stitches are, there each time it comes to 1 less. So you start out with 4 at the bottom, 3 in the next row. Here's a pineapple that's been finished. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then here I'm going to double crochet into the previous double crochet. When I get to the next row, it's going to be a V-stitch, but this time, this row, it's all going to be a double crochet into that previous double crochet, and then back into the pineapple, the single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, and 3 chains. So it's not that hard, it just takes forever, and it gets, I don't know, gets to be a little boring. And you see cat has to come play because she's fascinated by this. All right, have a good day, guys.